Hello everyone, it's me, ShortNature here, back with a brand new video. So this is the last week to prep everything for Shadowkeep. I will have a full prep guide of everything of how to get certain things in a game. That goes for Legendary Shard, enhancement cords, mod components, gunsmith materials, what are the best weapons to really get, what are the best mods you need to get. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that video. This is like a short, well, it's not going to be too short, but it's going to be like something all in general, explain what you need to get yourself prepared for when Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is released. So of course, I know a lot of you guys put a lot of 100 hours into Borderlands 3 this week to try to get yourself to a great standpoint in that game, because when Shadowkeep is released, Shadowkeep is going to be a whole complete different type of beast. Everybody's going to be streaming that game and have tons of videos on that game. This month of September has been really great. So I really thank you guys for all your support. The revenue, the clicks and everything like that has really generated my channel to get 1,870 subscribers onto the platform. So I really greatly appreciate that. And I thank you guys for all your support on the channel. And don't worry, when Shadowkeep is released, the channel is going to grow even more further into furtherness. Let's just put in that sense. It's going to be blossom into a really golden channel, and I'm looking forward for that in the near future of 2019 and 2020. So here are some prep guides that you need to get yourself prepared for. If you guys do know, Everest stuff is going to be gone. The Everest Store is not going to be the same. As you guys do know, there is a premiere pass for the new system. If you look at that sense, the Everest Store is going to be the new tier system that's been introduced throughout Destiny throughout a very long course of the time. So basically, if there's any Everest stuff right now that you see in the store right now that you did not get, make sure that you grab those items as soon as possible, because the Everest Store is being dismantled herself. She's going to be gone. She's going to be there, but hopefully be there as something else, but she's not going to be having a store and all that stuff. So everything's pretty much going to be changed. If you care about building up a pile of Bight dust to buy future cosmetics, you literally have 1 week to dismantle your current Everest stuff. To be exact, if you have some stuff that you have 5 or 6 different items of those things, ships, sparrows, shaders, transmats, armor, anything that was part of Eververse and that you have in your inventory, just dismantle those to turn those into Bight dust. So make sure that anything that you, especially for me, I have some ships that I don't really use a lot. So for me personally, I will be dismantling those as we speak after I finish this video. There's some sparrows, ships, some shaders that I really don't use. Transmats, I definitely don't use. I got like 5 or 10 transmat of one particular one. So I'm going to just dismantle those into one transmat and then just go on from there. If you want anything in the future presence, when Shadowkeep is released, everything's going to be glimmer and legendary shard if you want those item bats, because Bight dust is pretty much hard to pretty much get to buy certain items. So if you want anything for the time being, for now on, it's going to be glimmer and legendary shards. Dismantle all of your stored armor, which is me. I have so much armor sets known to man, from the Dreaming City through the Vanguard through the Crucible, and I just kept those things because I like the design of it. And some of the Vanguard and the Crucible ones has some really cool perks, but at this point with Armor 2.0 is going to be changed completely. PvE, Raid, Crucible, or Gambit sets, yes, just dismantle those at this point, because you're going to rehash those again when Shadowkeep is released, judging by Armor 2.0. It's very approaching very closely. So basically those armor sets that they're just sitting there collecting dust. I don't use them all the time. They will be dismantled because of Armor 2.0. Armor 2.0 is going to make an adjustment for your armor set for the near future. So anything that that's your fan favorite, just dismantle those, because you're going to rehash those again and you're going to get those again. EP, anything you can know to man. If you have your Trials of 9 gear and that's your favorite gear, I won't dismantle those, because the Trials of 9 and Trials of Osiris, or Trials in general, is not making a return back very easily or very quickly. So if you have a favorite Trials of 9 gear set, I won't dismantle those. But the ones from the Dreaming City, from the Blindwell to the Menagerie, EP, Raids, Crucible, whatever known to man, just dismantle those, because Armor 2.0, like I said, is going to set the tone for your armor this time around. Make sure you have at least 1 copy of every weapon mod. Let's say you have like 20 Rampage. dismantle those, but just keep one. Okay, just make sure that you don't dismantle so quickly. Dismantle really slowly and carefully to make sure that you have one rampage, one quick access sling, one dragonfly, or one taken spec, or one radar booster, or something. Just have one of those things. I will have a full list of what weapon mods you need to have in your inventory, and the ones that are just useless and, you know, pointless, you can dismantle them. But I think majority of all of them you really need at this point. Next, hunt down weapons that are getting buff. I will have a full list and a full video on weapons that are going to get buff when Shadowkeep is released. So if there's any weapons, for example, I heard the breakneck for the pinnacle weapon from Gambit is getting a major buff, and I heard Sweet Business is getting a buff too. So if there's any particular weapon that is going to be on this list, make sure that you basically grind for it, and make sure that if Zerg is selling a particular weapon from that list, that you grind for it yourself. Of course, Outbreak Prime, Whisper of the Worm, or any weapons that you didn't get, Bad Juju, Last Word, the Thorn, or whatever, make sure you grind for those this week to use those when Shadowkeep is released. Relevant materials. A lot of people said planetary materials. Yeah, I would say planetary materials, but you can get planetary materials anytime because you can get them from the strikes. If you do daily strikes on a particular planet, you would get the planetary materials from that. But the most relevant materials that you really need to grind for and really need to focus on this week is legendary shards for infusing and updating your gear. Enhancement cores is a big part of that too. Mod components, and of course gunsmith materials. I have a lot of gunsmith materials in my inventory slot. Every time there's a weapon that drops in the Vanguard that it keeps dropping, main ingredient that's always dropping for me from every strike, I just dismantle those for gunsmith materials. So anytime that you're doing something, you get the same weapon over and over and over again, just dismantle it for gunsmith materials, and they will dismantle itself for glimmer and legendary shard. Another thing too, grind for glimmer too. If you are very low on glimmer as we speak for some apparent reason, grind for glimmer too. That will definitely help you out in most cases. Another thing that was mentioned this week is about the 750 that's going to be rising for everybody when Shadowkeep is released. At this point in time, I would not grind for power levels or anything like that. So if you're at 746 on your Warlock, or 730 with your Hunter, or 600 for some apparent reason on your Titan, I won't grind for that power level because everybody is going to at least boost up to that power level of 650. 650 is going to be the minimum for everybody to boost on. So your friend that's going to be joining with you the next couple of days or so, he will be at 750. He won't have to do anything to get to that power level. He will automatically gain that power at 750. So anytime that you're doing something or any in general and you're grinding for power levels, just stop as we speak this week. There's no point of you going into the menagerie or doing strikes or doing this or doing raids to boost your power level to 750, because guess what? You're going to be 750 on October 1st. There is an update that I came across yesterday and I thought it wasn't true, but it is true. Beat unfinished campaigns before New Light is released on October 1st. The reason why I say that is because it's going to get reset. So if you have unfinished Forsaken campaigns or Warmind, Curse of Osiris, or the Red War, for some apparent reason you did not finish those campaigns or anything in general, make sure that you finish those campaigns because they're going to get reset before New Light. So not before, but after New Light. So if you did not finish those campaigns before New Light, make sure you do so you don't have to restart that campaign over again. So make sure anything that you have that you came across, like for me, I'm surprised that I did not finish the Warmind campaign for my Warlock. So today I'm going to be taking that time to finish the Warmind campaign story, so I won't have to do that story again. So that was an updated portion that came across yesterday or a couple of days ago about unfinished campaigns being restart when New Light and Shadowkeep arrives on October 1st. So if you have any questions or any concerns about Shadowkeep or anything that I mentioned in the video, make sure that you leave your comments down below. Tell me what you're more excited for about Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. For me personally, everything. I'm really looking forward to the dungeons. I think the dungeons is something that's gonna be really exciting for me to really see. And of course, the story. The story really got me intrigued. Like, what's going on? Why we're going back to the moon? What's up with Eris? What are those floating figures that Eris is talking about or talking to? So that is something that I'm gonna be looking forward to in Shadowkeep when it released on October 1st. I will have a tons of videos of how to get certain materials and certain things into Destiny 2 this week. So make sure you guys you hit the notification bell when you're subscribed to the channel and get notified when I post those videos for you guys. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a really great day, and I will catch you guys in my next post.